Okay, guys, it's your favorite Uncle Robbie back here in Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. And tonight, we're going to do the little setup and intonation on the hip shot Rickenbacker replacement bridge. Now, I'm going to show you something tragic. And really, this is going to get the guys an interlock and a call. Definitely. And hopefully next month I'll be at the Music Messe in Frankfurt, Germany, which is a huge trade show. And hopefully they'll be there so I can get them on camera and give them a piece of my mind. So let's focus down on the bridge right now, okay? I'm going to move the camera. We're going to cut right to the chase, okay? All right, there we are. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's get it right on that bridge. Okay. A little bit that way, and that should be good. Now, here's what we're going to need to do this. We're going to need a set of Allen wrenches, and it's English measure, and I've discovered that it's a 1/16. This is a 1/16 standard Allen wrench, SAE, and it should fit. And it does fit the bridge pieces. It moves them. And it does actually fit the string spacing little roller things. And they don't actually roll back and forth. They get set in. And I'll show you on this one because this one actually moves. What you do is you back this out, okay? And you can see the string moves like back and forth. So I'm going to move it over here and just tighten it down. And you don't got to gorilla it. And believe me, you don't want to gorilla it, because these things just seem to strip really easily. I mean, much easier than they should. But this one's holding. This one I got adjusted pretty good. This one I've got adjusted. But unfortunately, I can barely... And now, will it move? I got this one. It moves a little bit. Okay? And it tightens down. And I guess it strips out at torque. This one here, on the E string, this thing has been stripped since I stuck the wrench into it. I can't move this back and forth one way or the other. So I'm going to have to go someplace and find the world's goddamn smallest set of easy outs, okay? And tap it in there and get this screw out. So I'm not going to be able to adjust the string spacing on the E string because this screw head was stripped as soon as I put the wrench into it. I mean, this thing, I haven't touched it with the wrench yet. And this thing is stripped. Now, so far, the bridge pieces, these screws seem to be functioning okay. So what I'm going to do, you can hear that's a little low. It's got a lot of fret buzz. So what I'm going to do is raise this up, okay? And when you want to go up, you turn it in a clockwise direction, all right? So, a little on that side, a little more on this side. You want to try and keep the, oh man, look at that. You want to try and keep these level. And there's a little groove that one of the screws should fit into, one of these screws should fit into, okay? That might be a little low for now, but I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, we're going to move now to the... Oh, God. To the D string. Okay? And move these up. Okay? In a clockwise motion. And it's funny, Rickenbacker does not give you any spec on what the string height should be off the fret, which is kind of weird. But if I want to, I have my handy dandy trusty dusty feeler gauge. Actually, I just bought this today because I have one, but I don't know if somebody borrowed it to gap their spark plug on their lawnmower, or whatever they did with it, but I don't seem to have it in my tool bag anymore. And I know that's the last place I put it. And unfortunately, it's not there anymore. Okay, so well, this isn't barely in tune yet, but move that up a little bit. That up a little bit. And now we get to the E string, and it's just so funny because the saddle height adjustment screws all are working perfectly. So I don't know if it's they use a different kind of metal on that screw, what have you. Really, and you can really see the spacing on this one is this is just deplorable. I mean, I hate to say it, guys, and I love Hipshot products. I mean, I think they're fantastic. You know, because, I mean, as far as Rickenbacker replacement bridges go, they're the only game in town. Anyway, so that's the basic adjustment, okay? This one got to come a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom, back out and put the camera back on me because I'm so goddamn handsome. You like my glasses? These are actually, I call them my birth control bifocal glasses because wearing glasses like this, you'll definitely never get laid. And anyway, so I'm going to take my El Basso, and here, got this here. This is speculum, and this is what I'm going to use on the guys at Hipshot. I'm going to shove it in, up their ass, so I can find out where their heads are. Anyhow, don't ask me why that is sitting on my table. It was a prop I had for Halloween one year. Everybody in my one other band, not Flux Capacitor, Atomic Rewind, is some kind of doctor. So for Halloween, I was going to go as not just any doctor. I was going to go as a gynecologist, and hence I had a white lab coat and that thing. So I'm sorry if I'm explaining myself too much. So anyway, I'm going to try tuning this up now. So there's the D string. And that D's kind of in. I'm using my, if you can see it over here, my rack mount. It's a Toneworks by Korg. Okay, so that's the D. This is way high. And this is, yeah, there you go. That's better. That's the G string. Okay, that's much better. See, I knew something was wrong. And this tuner is not seeming, oh, there it is. It's not seeming to respond. I gotta tell you, the gear ratio on this is really, really fine. You have to turn this peg a lot. Oh, and there's the D, okay? I got the D on the tuner. You gotta really turn this peg a lot to get it right on the money. There's the A. Anyway, so it's pretty much, God, I can't stand that. I mean, I can see the string spacing is so off on this. And let's take a look at the neck. This neck is a little bit, it's got a little bit of a bow in it, but I'm going to leave that for now. Also, because my Rickenbacker tool is in my Maple Glow bases, My truss rod tool is in its case. I'm sorry, I'm just really flustered right now. And I'm probably just going to stop this video right now. Go outside and scream. Promise I won't string myself up from the tree. I'm going to find my truss rod adjustment tool. And I'm going to put up this video and the one directly after it at the same time. I'm going to have part 1 and part 2. There's not going to be a couple of day lag between videos on this one. Wait, look at that. Okay. Okay, there's the G. That's right on. That's it's almost right on. That's almost right on. So the intonation on the G string, the intonation is just the travel of the saddle either fore or aft, as I call it, going towards the nut or back towards the ball of the string, towards the, back of the bridge, to the heel of the bass, as I call it. So that one's pretty close. That's pretty in. Here's the D. A little pop. Okay, that one's almost right in. That's low. So if it's low here, okay, that means we have to move the saddle that way a little bit. So just going to try that just to see how it works before I absolutely freak myself out. Okay, and of course, this screwdriver tip is not deep enough. So let me go find a Phillips head screwdriver that'll fit into this. Usually I show up much more prepared for class. And now, well, let me just get it in tune, okay? So let's do the G again, because I want to make sure the tension on the strings, and this is tuned for a standard pitch. This isn't a half step low. There's the G. Oh, now this is too high. Okay, here's that. It's almost on a little bit. It's way off. This one's close, so I don't think I'm going to have to mess with the screws on this. Alright, I'm sorry if this video is boring, but doing intonation on guitars is probably one of the least thrilling things that you can do in the entire world of guitars. And this action's just got really high now. They got these strings tuned up to pitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside. I'm going to take a notch out of my sphincter. Maybe actually use my speculum to do that. You know, stick it in. And I'll be back. Sorry guys, really, you know what, this project is really, like I said, it's getting to me. This thing's going to be totally awesome though, I know when I'm done, and you're all going to be like so happy for me, and I'm going to be so happy for me, and it's just going to be champagne and balloons and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Until then, everybody, I want you to run to the refrigerator, grab yourself an icy cold pull one, okay? Go outside, blow yourself a big fat freaking fatty, and I'll be right back. Keep on rocking in the free world.